This is Doxa's brand new model, the Sub250T GMT, and I've been wanting to see one of these since I first saw the model announcement, and I finally get my grubby mitts on these too. I think the model looks great. I'm a fan of the Sub, and seeing a GMT, I don't know, it's just an excellent complication to place in this iconic 40mm dive watch. These two are limited colors that were produced exclusively for Exquisite Timepieces. Exquisite is an AD for Doxa, so they carry all the standard models, all the standard colors, but if you want one of these limited to 50 sub 250T GMTs, they're the only place to find them. The pink is named the Afterglow, and the blue is named the Gulfshore. So in addition to being highly limited, these watches have a custom caseback design with the state of Florida and the Doxa fish logo shown in the center medallion. Exquisite is located in Naples, Florida, which is why you see this on the caseback. These watches are individually numbered, and they come with dial color matched additional straps, which I think is a great idea. Now, the thing about these colors is that they feel very regional. I look at this and I see, I don't know, just the appropriate vibes for a subtropical coastal city like Naples. I look at the Gulfshore and I see warm, bright, humid tones, kind of like the sky over the ocean. I look at the Afterglow and I think it just perfectly hits those radiant notes of the setting sun over the ocean. And really, I do love Doxa's standard colors. Pro, the Shark Hunter, Diving Star, Caribbean, Aquamarine, Sea Rambler, etc. But these two, I think they stand out, especially the Afterglow. This is easily my favorite between the two, and I think my favorite overall. Now, what is the difference about the Sub 250T from a Sub 300? Well, the Sub 250T is 40mm, so it's just a bit smaller than the 42.5mm 300, and some watch collectors will bemoan that fact, and some will just really be happy about that. So speaking for myself, I do prefer the larger size. Now, this 250T is, like the name suggests, water resistant to 250 meters, and that's a bit less than the 300, but really not by much if you think about it. Scuba divers rarely even go to 30 meters below the surface of the water, so I don't consider the difference of significance. Now, will Doxa release a Sub 250T non-GMT? Maybe you love this 40mm size. Maybe you're not a huge fan of the GMT complication. And honestly, I'm not sure. This case, it might be reserved for the GMT complication moving forward, but we'll see what the brand does in future years. I could see them doing a basic three-hander in this size and style. Now, speaking of the GMT, this is called a collar style GMT, not a traveler or true GMT. This is a dual time, meaning you can adjust the large skeletonized GMT hand to rest on another time zone, so you can easily track the time in a different time zone. So hence the name dual time. But it's not well suited for traveling and adjusting the local time without hacking the balance. Hence, it's not a true GMT or a traveler style GMT. Now, the indexing is placed on the chapter ring, so the bezel stays traditional with the elapsed minutes, and the decompression table indexes in the bi-finish bezel. I think that was a good move too. Now, moving the crown in one direction will advance the GMT hand, and moving it in the other direction advances the quick set date, which is a reason why so many watch collectors love a collar style GMT so they can retain the quick set date feature. This is the Lume Shot. Both models utilize BGW9 from Superluminova. So the color of the lume in dark conditions is a cyan blue, and I think looks really nice. Now, this is the bezel action. I would say this is average to below average. There's a little bit of back play in the bezel. The grip is fine, but the feel of the action, that tactile feel, the response, the mechanical clicks, it is not what I would consider a premium feel, and I just want to mention that. Now, this is the adjustable clasp. It's a large push-button deployant with another push-button system that engages the quick ratcheting extension. There's a fish logo placed in the center of the clasp, and then Doxa is written at the base. And honestly, I'm not a big fan of the fish logo, but I know I'm being a little bit nitpicky here. Overall, I really like the watch. Now, the Beads of Rice bracelet, it's just a perfect pairing. It's a poetic pairing with the sub design, and each grain of rice style link shape, it adds a lot of visual interest. But this is the important part. It's all, it does that while being comfortable and smooth and flexible while you're wearing the watch. So it's really the best of both worlds, comfort and light play. Now, these subs are big strap monsters, so if I were to buy one, I would place the watch on a number of different options. One day, I'd wear it on the color matched NATO, the next on the Beads of Rice bracelet, the next on a black Tropic, the next on maybe like a pink alligator. You really can have a lot of fun with changing the straps up, especially with this pink dial. It's almost like a challenge. It's a great base, but it's an uncommon color, and so I don't know, it really invites the imagination, which I think is a positive thing. Now, I would love to see more pink dials in 40mm sport watches in the future, so kudos to Exquisite Timepieces and Doxa watches for collaborating on this specific Afterglow. I hope it's a sign of more to come. Now, both watches are priced at $2,790, which is a $300 premium over the standard non-limited color versions. And although I never like paying a little more for a comparable product, this is a pretty cool product. With such a low production run, you have to make these two custom dial colors, custom case backs, dial match colored NATOs, and so that does necessitate a premium, and I'm glad it's not excessive. As I mentioned earlier, each are individually numbered to 50, and once these sell out, they're gone for good. And as of now, there is still stock available, but I don't anticipate that to last very long.